Today we're going to be exploring here at the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Probably you already seen the new movie Oppenheimer, so I thought it was proper to come here today and just check it out. As soon as you come in here, we have all this cool periodic table. That's pretty cool. Uranium is somewhere right here. So this right here where we're looking, guys, is the components for the atomic bomb. Uranium, uranium and plutonium, which is right here.
Plutonium, obviously.
So you got plutonium. As soon as you come in, you are greeted with this wall mural, or just a wall of the pioneers of the atom. And goes over here, we have Oppenheimer. They call him the father of the atomic bomb. As you know, the Americans were worried that the Germans were going to get their hands on the atomic bomb, that they were going to be the first ones to do so. So the race to create the first atomic bomb was on. And that's J. Robert Oppenheimer. Let's make it zoom in a little bit. This is a full scale of the laboratory they had in Los Alamos back in the 1940s. Wow, look at this. All these bright minds, man. Look at this. I mean, you have to be exceptional to create this type of power that unfortunately killed thousands of people. See what this is. Assembly for Los Alamos Prototype 2. Assembly for Los Alamos Prototype 1. Yes, right here. Wow. You couldn't tell anybody what was going on. If they were asking, what are you doing over there? Well, just simply tell them, can't tell you. That the place doesn't exist. And this was the office of Mr. Robert Oppenheimer, pretty much every day in Los Alamos, New Mexico. And here we have them. Little Boy and Fat Man. The actual replicas of the bombs. This is Little Boy, and that's Fat Man. They're 10 feet long and 28 inches in diameter. You can see him right there getting loaded to the plane. The first one was dropped in Hiroshima. This one was dropped in Hiroshima. And that one was a plutonium bomb, but it was dropped in Nagasaki. It's believed that this one had more to have more power than this one. It was made out of uranium, I think. I'm not a scientist. There it is. The first ever atomic bomb. July 16, 1945. They used to call it Gadget. The Gadget. It was a name given to the nuclear device. It's right here. This is it. This is Gadget. The name given to this nuclear device. It changed the entire world. Whew. Look at this. This is the vehicle you used to be transported to the test site where Oppenheimer and other scientists travel to Alamogordo. This is American flag. This is interesting. Let me show you guys this. We flew over the Trinity Base Camp on July 16, 1945. That Monday morning at 5:29:45 a.m., 10 miles north of the base camp, the first atomic device detonated at Trinity test site. The world changed forever. Indeed. New Mexico's high winds, not the atomic blast, damaged the flag. It's right there. So you would think it would be the actual atomic bomb, but no, it was the New Mexico winds. All the winds that damaged the flag. Look what we have in full scale. Oh, how the actual bomb looked. Like an actual replica of the bomb. Called Fat Man. Right here. Let you guys read this. If you guys can read it, you can see it, hopefully. So it's 10 feet 8 inches, diameter 60 inches, weight 10,000 pounds. Wow. Look at this. This is Japan when it surrendered to the United States after the massive power of this bombs. I thought this was really interesting. They call this the bomb shadow. So you can see. You can see this right here. That was a person that was sitting there before. The intense heat. Oof.
I guess now they're using rollerblades, but there were very few built. This is in 1984. This is in the area. Hiroshima, that was all burned out.
You can see the shadow right there. There's a human that was sitting there. Look at this. Trinity. This is Trinity, what you see right here. Man, as you read this, it's insane, right? So interesting how the intense heat turned the sand into this. There he is. And this is what was left over for the tower. After they exploded, it went back And this is what was left from the tower. Now this right here was the plane was used to drop the very first atomic bomb in Hiroshima, August 6, 1945. You have the name of the mission. Pilots. Wow. And this is the one used for Nagasaki when they dropped the second atomic bomb. Let's look around the model. It was loaded right in there. So you can see that's Little Boy. That was the very first bomb that dropped in Hiroshima. Now here I'm standing on a replica of a tower. You can see here that it was a Trinity test site, which is about 3 hours away from here, 200 miles, something like that, away from Albuquerque. And this is the tower that was used to hold this right here, which is the very first nuclear bomb ever dropped or exploded or detonated, however you want to call it, in the world. They used to call it Gadget. And it was detonated in Alamogordo, or La Jornada del Muerto, which is about 3 hours away south of Albuquerque. And that's where Oppenheimer first saw the very first explosion of a nuclear bomb. The sheer power, the power of plutonium. They had no idea it was going to work. They thought it was, on paper, they knew everything, but they didn't know it was actually going to work. It exceeded his expectations. As he saw this, he knew that he changed the world forever. But it's right here. There's an exact replica of the tower. Gadget. First nuclear bomb ever. The first ever atomic bomb that ever exploded or detonated in the world. July 16, 1945. In Alamogordo, Jornada del Muerto, about 3 hours away from here. And just to show you perspective, we have a guy standing there. He's about 6'1". Look at just the size of this tower. And this is it. This is the plane. Well, not the actual plane, but this is the same plane model that was used to drop the first bomb. The first atomic bomb, first and second. And over here on my left, like I told you before, that's the tower. They used the Trinity test to explode the very, very first ever atomic bomb. And here it is, Fat Man. Exact replica of the bomb that it was dropped in Nagasaki, 1945, by a B-29 plane like this one right here. And it was a pure plutonium bomb. It was more powerful than the first one, which it was Little Boy. Wow. Imagine being a soldier and just standing there knowing that this actual bomb, or that actual bomb, was gonna kill thousands of people in an instant, in seconds. It's crazy. So it's crazy, right? I mean, I'm standing right below the plane. Look at this. And right behind me, you have Fat Man, nuclear bomb. A replica of nuclear bomb. It's not a real bomb. Imagine that. And right here, they would load this bomb right there. There's two doors. I don't know if you can see them, but they open up, load it up, and drop it. War is not fun. It's not. But I get the bomb needed to be dropped to end the war, to officially end the war in Japan. So, yeah, very interesting. So we have the same plane here for another angle. There's the bomb, or the replica of the bomb, Fat Man, and this is the plane. And we have more planes here. This is a big plane from the U.S. Air Force. Of course, these planes are retired, and now they're sitting here in a museum. Some sort of a train wagon or something for mining for uranium. Just called it the yellow cake. Underground, it says right there. See? Yellow cake. Interesting name, huh? This is how the Uranium Cube ended up here in the museum. And we have it here. Holds a lot of power for sure in real life. That's uranium. It's a Uranium Cube. Dark cube. That's how they knew that uranium had the power to destroy worlds, pretty much. Wow. They have those little badges that I guess people wear. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I just think this is so cool. Look at this. Look at this comic books here. Whoa, that's so cool. Superman, Captain Marvel, Atomic War. Captain Marvel battles Dread Atomic Bomb. Uranium detector. And gets to play with this. Look at this. Which is not touch. Let's see what this is. So it is a pedal powered car for children. Look at that. It's like a ship of a missile, a plane, something. Look. Wow. That would be an atomic missile or atomic pistol. Barbie, or not Barbie, but toys for the dolls. She's a chemist, a scientist. I guess after the war, people were well aware of all the nuclear power destruction. That, you know, they just became aware of how destructive this new technology, new discovery was. With the Simpsons got in the action. Here we have more comics. Eyesight, the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. These comics are telling the story of people that actually saw the bombings in Japan. Miss Marvel. She's fighting back the atomic destruction. The She-Hulk too. Uranium brush. We got plutonium here. I got uranium. And after you leave the museum, you can always come here and look at the merchandise, all the merch. All the cool merchandise. Look at this for kids shirt. Look at the shirts. Show all the cool elements. Look at this. That's the actual explosion of the bomb, right? Oppenheimer, 1904. Kind of want to buy me one now to go see the movie. And of course, Oppenheimer, the Roadrunner. Mr. Albert Einstein. Cool experiment toys for kids. And adults too. Why not? Nikola Tesla. The periodic table. All its cool elements. You might want to check out the cool merchandise. It's rather small store, but it's cool. Space gun. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me here today at the National Museum of Nuclear and Science and History. It's a long word. Here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to click on that notification bell That way next time you have another video, guess what? You'll be the first one to know. So, thank you again for joining me today here in Albuquerque, New Mexico at the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History. Thanks again. We'll see you in another video. Peace.